Hello students, in this video lecture you are going to learn about dissolution on account of insolvency of partner and the ruling under Garner versus Murray. What is meant by insolvency of a partner and when does the partnership gets dissolved? Normally it gets dissolved when one or more partners become insolvent. In the case of insolvency of a partner, the books of accounts are to be closed. As business or the affairs of the firm is being dissolved, the books of accounts are to be closed. It is as simple like how we have maintained the accounts at the time of dissolution of partnership firm. The same procedure need to be followed. That is, all assets and external liabilities will be transferred to the realization account, and then the amount realized and paid off through the same realization account, and the loss or profit on realization will be transferred to capital accounts, as we have seen in dissolution, the same procedure. Thereafter, if we observe the capital accounts of the partners, if it is showing any debit balance, the debit balance of the partner is an indication that the partner should make certain amount of payment to the firm. But in case the partner has become insolvent, he will not be able to make any payment. So the firm cannot recover from the insolvent partner. Then this becomes loss to the organization. Then this becomes loss to that partnership firm. Then the question arises, who are supposed to bear this loss and in what ratio or what proportion they need to bear. It may be according to the partnership deed or the partnership agreement which they have made at the time of assuming or commencing the partnership firm. They may follow their partnership deed and partnership agreement. But nothing has been mentioned in the partnership deed or partnership agreement. The partners, they have not entered into any statement regarding insolvency of the partner. This is the procedure to be followed. This is the procedure the firm should be dissolved in case of insolvency. Then they need to see the provisions according to the law. But according to the Partnership Act 1932, there is no such provision made even in the law regarding the procedure for insolvency of a partner. So generally we follow the cases or the rulings which are given in England, as it is a practice. The ruling under Garner versus Murray in England, the judgment passed by the court is that first, the solvent partners should bring in cash equal to their respective shares of loss on realization, and secondly, the loss due to the insolvency of the partner should be divided among the other partners in the ratio of capitals then standing. Then standing means on the date of dissolution of the partnership firm, that is on account of insolvency of the partner. That is, after partners have brought in cash equal to their share of losses on realization. You need to remember that this decision can be taken place in consideration only the book capital of the partners. It ignores the private assets of the solvent partners. Means the liability is being limited in case of insolvency for the solvent partners. So as they are supposed to bring the share of losses in proportion to their capitals, the firm may be following the fixed capitals or fluctuating capitals. When the firms are maintaining their books in fixed capitals, then they are supposed to bring the loss on account of insolvency, the proportion to their fixed capitals. The proportion to their fixed capitals. It means in fixed capital accounts, they will be maintaining fixed capital account and current capital account. All adjustments will be done in current capital account, and fixed capital account will be showing the fixed capitals. So in proportion to the fixed capitals, the solvent partners are supposed to bring in for clearing of the loss on account of insolvency. Then when firms are maintaining capital accounts under fluctuating method, in this case all adjustments will be done in the single account, that is capital account. So they are supposed to bring in cash in proportion of balance remained in capital account on date of dissolution on account of insolvency. Students, I hope that you have understood what is meant by dissolution of partner, dissolution of partnership firm, insolvency of a partner, and what is the accounting procedure for maintaining books of accounts of the partnership firm in case of insolvency. Thank you.